My name is Amanda Weinmiller, and my presentation is on disaster management in Canada. Canada's emergency management system is based around past events as opposed to future risks. And that doesn't even include some of their most devastating natural disasters because they've only had a formal government sponsored emergency management system the last 60 years. I made this timeline to show the events that occurred which helped shape Canada's emergency management system. I'd like to touch base on just a few. After the 1950 Red River Valley flood, Canada invested in mitigation by developing a flood diversion program called the Winnipeg Floodway. After 1954 Hurricane Hazel, it inspired a regional approach to extensive drainage and flood control measures. The bombing of Air India Flight 182 influenced the development of Canada's security community, and World War II was the introduction of Canada's large-scale air forces. Here are the most recent events in the last 30 years that helped shape the emergency management system. You might see that the Red River flood showed up again in 1997 because it indeed did flood again, and the Winnipeg floodway had to be enlarged. Y2K, that shined a light on concerns about the cybersecurity and the potential risks that were involved. The outbreak of SARS led to the creation of the Public Health Agency of Canada. Canada has a bottom-up implementation pattern which is triggered by the local government or municipality. It then develops in the provincial and then regional and federal government levels. This is a multi-organizational and multi-jurisdictional process. Canada borders 3 oceans. It contains 6 time zones, many different landforms, the weather varies, and there are 15 distinct ecosystems. Canada's varying weather and landforms translates to a broad range of natural hazards from volcanic eruptions to blizzards. Canada uses an all-hazard risk assessment. It begins with identifying, analyzing, and then prioritizing risks. They are known for their healthcare system, and they use public education and social networks and environments to reduce vulnerability. Canada considers all individual citizens to be a part of their emergency management system. This includes governments and non-governmental organizations, volunteers, international organizations, and private sectors. The potential obstacles Canada faces is due to Public Safety Canada being reorganized every few years, Canadians living in isolated communities, 18% of population of Canada are immigrants, and there is a lack of experience with a disaster of a large magnitude in Canada. Canadian policies have lacked due to social and political change. An emergency management framework for Canada was implemented in 2007, beginning with prevention and mitigation, preparedness, response, and then recovery, much like that of the United States. Clearly, Canadian emergency management system mirrors that of the United States of America.